I am Damien from Pulling Money Trading. Thank you for coming. Please click the subscribe button, turn on the notification, help me to make more videos if you like my content, right? This week I'm going to be doing still on trend trading, right? FX trading, trend trading. Trading rules. The aim is to consistently pull money out the market. No trading strategy is 100% effective. Don't risk more than 2% of your account balance on any one trade. Use at least a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio when taking a trade. Eliminate the fear of losing. Losing is a must in trading. Trade your system over and over, win or lose. Ensure that your trading system have at least a 50% win rate. Making money trading solely depends on the trader, not the trading system. It takes military style discipline to be a successful trader. Alright? Trend trading. Bear trend. At the end of this session, you should be able to identify what is a bear trend, outline what is a bear trend, apply the principles of trading a bear trend. Trend trading, bear trend. What is a bear trend? Bear trend is the market moving in a downward direction, creating a series of 2 or more lower high and lower low. HL for lower high, LL for lower low. A bear trend is also referred to as a seller's market, right? Always trade in the direction of the bear trend. While the market is in a bear trend, look for selling opportunities only, right? Let me repeat this because this is very important. A bear trend is the market moving in a downward direction, creating a series of 2 or more lower high and lower low. A bear trend is also referred to as a seller's market. Always trade in the direction of the bear trend. While the market is in a bear trend, look for selling opportunities only. So we are only going to be looking for sell trade in a bear trend or a seller's market. Right? So let's move over to the chart. Right now I'm right now I'm in trading view where I'll be doing my illustration and trading session. Right? So what you need to know is that after every bull trend comes a bear trend, right? After every bull trend comes a bear trend, and after every bear trend comes a bull trend. All right, so the market was in a bull trend right here, and this is February 2019. So I went back as far as February 2019 to show that the market over the years is the same exact pattern the market trade in. Nothing changes. It's the same thing over and over. Every year, every month, every day. Right? The market was in a bear trend, a bull trend, sorry, right? Creating higher highs and higher low, right? So the market came into this point right here. Market came into this point right here. Let me just color code them. Market came into this point right here and create a zone right here, or a structure. Create a structure right here. Right, let me draw this out. Right, so the market create a structure right here. Then the market create a lower low, right? Then the market create a lower high, right? So we have one high right here, then we have a lower high, right? We have a lower low. So we're looking for one more lower low in order to confirm a bear trend or a seller's market, right? So the market come to this area right here and create a lower low, right? So we now have two lower high and two lower low, right? And remember, a bear trend is a series of two or more lower highs and lower low, right? So the market come back to this area, create a lower high, right? Then the market push down, create another lower low, right? Create a high which is lower than the previous high, right? So right here is where we look to make our first entry. So we sell right here, right? So the market create another lower low and another lower high. So we look to sell right here. And remember, the aim of trading is to pull money out the market, right? You can stay in the trend. You don't have to close out your trade. You can ride the trend. Once the market is creating low highs and lower low, you can ride the trend all the way until it decides to turn, right? But the aim is to pull money out the market. So the safest way is to exit your trade with a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio and re-enter another trade. When you get the signal to enter another trade, then continue the same process over and over. So you're securing your gains while you go along, right? You're taking profit while you go along, right? And the aim is to take money out the market. So it's best to take your profits, right? So another lower high, market come into this area, right? Create a lower low right here, then create a lower high right here. Then the market is create a lower low right here, lower high right here, right? Then the market create a higher high right here, which is higher than the previous lower high. So something is starting to happen right in this area right here, right? So for this down move, take a screenshot. For this down move, right, we get a series of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades, right? So for this down move, we get a series of 5 trades, right? And this is May 2019, right? So right here, the market creator, market is trading flat. It's trying to get a sense of direction, right? As long as you cannot identify a series of lower high and lower low, you don't enter any trade, right? Because remember, the rule of trading a bear trend is a series of 2 or more lower highs and lower low. We are not getting that right here, right? So this is sending a signal that something is going on in the market, because we are not seeing what we are looking for in order to trade profitably. So we stay out the market right here. We're not making any trades because we are not seeing, we are not confirming the rules of trading a sell trade or a bear trend, right? So we wait patiently, right? So the market push down and create a lower high, right? Push up and create a lower low. So right here, we're starting to see what we are looking for. 2 or more lower high and lower low. So what we are going to do is wait for the market to come back into this era where we can enter, right? Boom, the market come back and then pushes down, creating lower highs and lower low, right? So what we are going to do right here is sell. This is where we are going to enter. As long as we can confirm 2 or more lower highs and lower low, that is when we take the trade. So we can wait all year round until we see the perfect setup in order to enter the market, right? Because this is giving us a higher probability of the market pushing further down, because it is the chart is showing us, right, that it is trending down. And if you realize the arrows are sloping down, when we get the confirmation 2 or more lower high and lower low, if you realize the arrows are pointing in a downward direction. So there's a high probability, right, that when you get 2 or more lower high and lower low, the market will push further down, right? A very strong probability. So that is why we trade by rules, right? That is why we trade by these rules, because once you use these rules and you use them effectively, you have a high probability of winning your trades, right? The only problem you should have is your entry points, right? Using the right, getting in, using the right signals, and using the proper stop loss. This is where you should, any problem you should have is entering, right? Based on the risk that you are using, and don't get stop out before the market pushes down, right? And this is 2019, right? Let me take a screenshot of this. This is 2019, right? So we're gonna leave 2019 and go to 2020. See if we can find a seller's market in 2020, right? Same principles apply right through the year. Nothing changes. Once you can do this over and over every year, every day, every month, you should be a very, very successful trend trader. No question about it. Right? And this trend 2019, so we're looking for 2020, right? So we're in 2020 now. In 2020, we're going to start here. Market come to this area, create a high point, pushes down, right? Create a higher low, right? Come down, lower low, come down, create a lower high. So we have a series of lower low, right? So we have a series of two high, lower high and lower low, right? So what we'll be doing is looking for a trade, right? What happened is that the market break this area right here, right? The last arrow, lower high, the market created a higher high, right? So this is a sign. Once the market create a higher high, what we'll do is wait and see what's going on, right? So we are not in any rush. Once we see the market push up and take out the last lower high, it is telling us something that something else is going on in the market, right? So what we'll do is wait. The market create a higher high and a higher low, right? So this is sending a signal, a different signal. So we stay out the market, right? Market come up, right? Market come down, right? Market come down, market come down, market come down, right? So right here we're seeing a series of lower high and lower low, right? So we sell right here. This is our first trade. So we're looking to sell right here, a first sell trade. This is where we get the first confirmation, right? Because this area right here, the market come back into this area, right? And don't trade above this area, right? So we have our first sell. So we are not in any rush to jump in the market. It's not how soon you jump in the market, right? But who can successfully enter the market and come out with a winning trade by pulling money out the market, right? That is the aim of the game. Successfully pulling money out the market. It's not about who enter the market first. It's about who enter the market successful and come out on the winning side of the market, right? And this is our aim, pulling money out the market, right? Market come down, creating a next lower low, which is lower than the previous low. Arrows are pointing down, right? Once the arrows are pointing down, that is telling us something, right? That the market is heading downward, right? Next lower high again, right? So we enter. Once the market is creating a series of lower high and lower low, once the market does not take out the previous lower high, the sell trade is still valid, right? So we're putting in our arrows again. So the market push up, right? create a level that is on the same level of this high, right? So we wait, watch and see what the market is going to do, how it is reacting to this lower high that it created. We are watching, right? So the market is trading flat, right? So it is not creating any more lower lows or lower high. It is trading flat, right? And it is creating some small higher highs, right? So we wait patiently. We're not in any rush, right? No rush, right? So we wait until we have a series of 2 or more lower high and lower low. We don't have a trade, right? Until we have a series of lower high and lower low, we do not have a sell trade, right? Sell trade does not occur. Once we cannot find a series of 2 or more lower high and lower low, we do not have a sell trade, right? So this bull market apparently has been terminated for now, right? So we're watching patiently and waiting, right? Now we have a series of 2 or more lower high and lower low, right? What we do now is sell. As long as we can identify 2 or more lower high and lower low, that is when we sell. Wrong or right, we have our confirmation, so let us be wrong with the principles, but not wrong outside of the principles, right? So let us do the right thing and be wrong doing the right thing, right? And not be wrong doing the wrong thing, if you understand what I mean. So once you do that, you shouldn't have much problem. You should have at least a 80% win rate or probably a 90-95% win rate, right? This is where we sell because we can see 2 or more lower highs and lower low, right? The price action on the chart will show you the direction that the market is trading. You don't have to burst your brain, right? No need to burst your bubbles. Just relax, enjoy trading, right? And just use up the principles and you'll be okay, right? So right now, if you realize something else is starting to happen, so if you know what is starting to happen, leave it in the comment section. All right. So this is where our final sell take place, right? This is where our final sell take place. So we get two clear sell trade from this down move, right? And we repeat the process over again, right? So we're moving on now to 2021, right? Right, so now we are in 2021, right? August 2021, right? So we did 2019 and 2020. So every year, every month, right? If you are on a fast time frame, like a 1 minute or a 15-minute time frame, you will have the market. Once the market is trending, is the same principles apply, right? So once you stick to the rules, you won't get shafted, right? Once you stick to the rules, same principles apply, right? So once you can identify two or more lower high and lower low, then you have a trade. The race is not for the swift, but for who can safely enter the market and exit the market with a profit. That is the main aim of trading, not to win any academy award, but to safely enter and exit the market with a profit. And that is what I'm here to teach you guys, right? So a series of two or more lower high and lower low, sell. Right, first sell is right here, right? This here right here, when the market pushes further down, and pull back to the previous lower high, you want to watch what the market will do at that level before entering. That is for our next lesson, right? On entry. That is for our next level on entry trigger, right? Entry trigger are entering the trade. That is for another lesson, right? But just for information purposes, right? Each time the market create a lower high, when the market come back to that lower high, you want to watch and see before you enter the trade, right? Or to make the trading simpler, right? To make the trading simpler, you can just set up your trade, right? And just leave it with the intention that you already have the confirmation, so you have the market to go down, right? And just know that once the market come back to this area, you just click sell and you just manage your risk. Put your stop loss behind the last high point, right? And you're good to go. So if you lose, you just move on to the next trade. But to be on the safe side, right, it's best to look for wait for confirmation, right? So once you have a series of two or more lower high and lower low, you have a sell trade, right? And you use a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, in order to pull your profit, right? As long as you can identify 2 or more lower high and lower low, you have a sell trade, right? You see the market didn't even come back to this level, right? The market just make a, to how strong the sell trend is, the market just make a big drop, right? It didn't even come back to this last higher high, right? It didn't even make it past the last higher low, right? So come back to test the last higher low, make a big price rejection right here and fall further down. So that is how strong the sell trend become right here. We have a sell right here. So sometimes if you don't even know what to expect, you'll end up miss some of these entries, right? You'll end up miss some of these entries. So right, the last lower low, right, which is lower than this low, right? So you watch market come back to the last lower low. It didn't make it past the last lower low, right? But for this one, the market push up past the last lower low, come back to challenge the last higher low, right? Could make it past the last higher low, so it have to come further down, right? Then it come back to challenge the last lower low, right? Could make it past the last lower low, right? So it have to push further down, right? And then something else starting to happen, right? This conclude our lesson. So if you know what start to happen, right, then you can leave it in the comment section, because we did this in a previous video about bull trend, right? So you know, leave it in the comment section if you know what is starting to happen, right? So remember to subscribe, press the notification button, help me to grow this channel. See you in the next video.